absolutely have to pay attention to what's going on in the Miami condo market right now. Sales dipped nearly 20% in 1 month, okay? Inventory is piling up like nobody's business, and the seller's market that we've had since 2021 looks like it's gonna be a distant memory at this point, which begs the question, are we setting up for a huge condo correction in Miami? Will everyone that bought over the last year or so with high interest rates be doomed to going underwater on their mortgage? And most importantly, will you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm? Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent. And I gotta say, guys, I'm really excited because today we're gonna be taking a look at the condo and townhome market in Miami-Dade, specifically in the normal non-luxury market. What the heck is that? Well, the non-luxury market are sales that are $1 million and less, representing 90% of all sales, okay? So we're gonna cover up through the month of November 2023 and going back to January 2019, all right? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure I smash the like button, okay? So we're gonna talk about supply first. Active listings, which is another, word for supply or current inventory, rose for the 5th month in a row to 6,385 units right here. Okay, that's 4.1% higher than the month before. Okay, and it's 9.4% higher year over year. Okay, so truth be told, we haven't been at this level of inventory almost exactly for 2 years, and we're seeing inventory accumulate quicker and at higher levels for condos and townhomes versus single family homes, which are actually still lower year over year. So more growth in condo and townhome category, is a good thing for people who are looking to buy in the condo and townhome category. All right, so, more inventory, that's good. Now, next up, new listings came in at 1,810 for November, which is actually down from October by 111 units or negative 5.8%. And year over year, we're actually up by 10.3% from this little low spot right there, or 169 new listings, okay? So, we're still down 6.4% from the rate of new listings in November of 2021, okay? When there was 1,933 new units for sale, but it seems like we're kind of getting out of this listing slump that we've been in for a while here, and the new listings is helping to contribute to that, as well as low sales, right? And this is at a time when we don't normally see an increase in new listings, so come the spring market, as we have more, hopefully this trend of kind of a higher level of new listings than we've had over like the last year or so, hopefully that continues. And then in the spring market, we could have an even bigger increase of new listings coming on the market, which will be, of course, that's going to add to the inventory overall, unless sales just go crazy. But, if interest rates sort of stay in this mid 6% range, maybe low 7s that we were in recently, now we're in the mid 6s. If they kind of stay in that range, or even if they work their way down to the low 6s in 2024, and inventory continues to increase at the same time, we could see sales pick up as buyers continue to find more supply to choose from, right? You're not going to buy something if you can't find something to buy, right? So this could be a scenario where we see prices continue upwards despite an increase in supply, unless the increase of supply is a more drastic one that outpaces the pent-up demand. I don't personally see prices going down substantially, at least not for now. Like I said, unless we see a just wild increase of inventory. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the spring market, but I don't really see that happening as of now. Speaking of prices, median sale prices for condos and townhomes has just been chugging along at this sort of 35-degree angle that we've seen here going on all year. And last month was no exception, landing at $395,000 for November, up $10,000 from October, or 2.6% month over month. Year over year, however, you're looking at a 9.7% increase from $360,000 up $35,000 to the current $395,000 in November. So since November of 2021, median sale price, get ready for this, is up 21.5% or $70,000 from $325,000. So from here to there, 1.5% increase in just 2 years. Okay. So that's That's kind of crazy, right? Almost 11% per year on average. We definitely had more of an increase in 2022 than we did in 2023, but 2023 is no slouch, okay, at 9.7%. Additionally, sales, that's our sad looking blue line there. It took a giant dip from 1,037 in October to 832 in November, which is a difference of 205 sales or 19.8% less in 1 month, okay, which is super significant. Compared to November 2021, there was 1,822 sales in November 2021. So we're down from this point by 990 sales, y'all. That's insane. That's a staggering 54.3% less sales, okay? And that's during November. That's during the holidays, okay? It's not like I'm comparing it to the summer market or something. So we're almost back to this sort of historic trough or this historic low of sales that happened over here in January of this year, like December going into January of 2023. Sales aren't really looking too hot, but prices somehow continue going higher and higher because the buyers who are able to buy right now, in my opinion, they're, and this is also borne out by the data, but this is my opinion of why prices are going up. The buyers who are able to buy right now are very well qualified buyers, and they usually want to buy a place that's nicer, right? If you're a very qualified buyer and you have the money, why are you going to buy a place that's not as nice as you can afford, right? You're going to buy a place that's like turnkey, less of a headache to move into, and all of these things, right? So this, along with the still low inventory, in my opinion, are major factors in creating this phenomenon of increasing median sale price despite still higher interest rates and low sales volume. So, come spring market, we could have a whole different story with inventory, and we're going to have to see what happens then. But as of right now, inventory is increasing at a pretty high rate, but so is median sale price, right? So normally people will say, oh, well, when inventory increases, prices will go down, right? Because there's less competition. Well, that's not what we're seeing, right? And that's not really what the data is showing us because we just don't have enough inventory, okay? Even though it's increasing, it's just not enough, all right? We need more. So days on market is next. That's what we're going to talk about, as well as close price to original price ratio. And what is that? What the heck is close price to original price ratio? Well, all that is the difference between what somebody asked for a home versus what they actually got for it, and then taken as an average across the market, okay? So if somebody wanted to sell a place for $100,000 and they got $95,000 for it, that's a 95% close price to original price ratio. So days on market actually slipped a little bit to 68 days on market from 72 days on market. Last year, it was at 64 days on market. So it was a little bit quicker last year than it is this year, but not a ton of difference. Overall, it's pretty similar. Now, close price to original price ratio also decreased to 96.5% from 97.1%. Last November was 96.7%, okay? So again, pretty similar there. Not a whole lot of news to report, but, sellers month over month in the holidays getting a little bit less in November than they were in October in relation to what they were asking for, okay? Now, months of inventory is up next, and finally, so months of inventory reached 8 months in November. Pull the Band-Aid off. Seller's market is over, right? Doesn't mean we're in a buyer's market, right? And this is likely almost entirely due to the slump in sales, right? But we see a pretty big old increase there from 6 months of inventory to 8 months of inventory, okay? 1 through 6 is considered a seller's market. Between 6 to 12 is a normal market. Anything over, 12 or over is considered to be a buyer's market, okay? Now, that's a little bit of gray area. People have different opinions of what a buyers and sellers and regular and stuff is, but that's my opinion, okay? For the Miami market, anything that's within that sort of between 6 to 12 months, that's a normal market, okay? So we're in a normal market, is what it is. What does it mean if you're a buyer? What does it mean if you're a seller? What does it mean if you're an investor? Okay. If you're a buyer, right now, I think is probably a time to, I would honestly, real estate agents going to get mad at me for saying this. If you're looking for a condo right now, I think it might be time to kind of wait, pump the brakes a little bit, wait for the new year to come in and see what inventory comes in, because, we are getting more inventory. but there's still a lot less inventory to choose from. I don't really feel personally, based on the data that we see, I do think prices will probably be higher, but they might be offset by interest rates getting a little bit lower. Okay, so I would say wait a couple months, 2 to 3 months max, to find something that you actually like. If you can't find something that you like, if you find something that you like and it fits your budget, that's one thing. Go for it, right? But if you're not finding anything that you like and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like compelled to buy something because I think prices are going to get so much higher. Well, I think prices will get a little bit higher, but I think if we do see a monster increase of inventory, that's going to help prices sort of, bounce around in sort of that close to 400,000 range. Okay. If you're a seller right now of condos, it's a great time to sell a property, in my opinion, because there's not a lot of competition, right? You're still getting a really high close price to original price ratio, compared to other markets. Honestly, the market here is really strong in Miami. Days on market is pretty decent. Really, it just comes down to marketing, okay? If you're selling a condo right now, you're going to get more money for it by having proper marketing. If you have questions about what that means, talk to me. I'm a literal expert, badass at marketing, and I will definitely be able to help you get more money for your condo than anybody else, or for sale by owner, or literally any other method of selling your condo. So reach out to me. If you're an investor right now, you need to really be aware of what's happening with Senate Bill 4D. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I've talked about it in other videos. Feel free to Google it and stuff. But basically, there's going to be some regulations coming in the next year, and I am going to do another video on specifically on this coming up. So make sure to subscribe. But you need to be aware of what's going on. If you're buying an investment in a condo complex that is 3 stories or higher, then you're going to be subject to Senate Bill 4D, which is going to require extra structural reserves. It's a response to the Champlain Tower, South Tower collapse. So it's a good thing overall, but it definitely can hamper the profit margins. If you're buying into a condo complex where they have low reserves and then they're going to have to levy more special assessments, that profitable investment could very quickly become unprofitable. Okay. And then you got to call me to offload it. Right. And I'll get you more money for it than anybody, but it still might not be what you paid for, because we're going to get to a point here with Senate Bill 4D where there's going to be 2 classifications of condos with reserves, condos without reserves. And those condos without reserves are going to be selling at a discount, baby. I'm sorry to say, if you own a condo that does not have reserves, you need to sell that thing in the next year. Not financial advice, okay? I'm just a guy on YouTube. I can give you personal real estate advice if you call me, but this is not personal real estate advice right now in this video. But if it was me, personally, if I had a condo and it was in a condo complex that didn't have reserves or anywhere close, I would definitely be selling it sooner than later, before everybody starts learning about what's about to happen, okay? That's all I wanted to say for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic holidays, fantastic new year. Hit subscribe, ring the notification bell. Hook your boy up with an early, Christmas or a late Hanukkah present, and hit that like button, hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you later. Peace.